Hello everyone, I am Divya, your math facilitator, and in this video we are going to discuss few problems based on chapter 1 of class 8, and I have already discussed the concepts and introduction of chapter 1 of class 8 in my earlier videos. So you can get the videos, you can get the link by clicking on the I button. So now let's get started. So the first question for today is we have to find the additive inverse of these numbers. Okay, so what is additive inverse? Additive inverse is nothing but if there is a rational number a, okay, then minus a is called additive inverse of a when a plus minus a will give you 0. Okay, so if a plus minus a equal to 0, then a and minus a are called additive inverse of each other. Okay, that means when you add something to this number, you have to get the answer as 0. Yes, so simply you will just change the sign. Here you can see that it is a and minus a. Okay, simply by changing the sign with the same number, you will get the answer is 0. Yes, so let us do it. So additive inverse of minus 1 by 5 is what? Just change this sign. Here it is minus 1 by 5. If you change the sign, it is 1 by 5. Okay, now here additive inverse of 7 by minus 13 you want. Okay, so it is 7 by 13. Clear? You will just change the sign. Why? Now you can check here. Minus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 gives you what? It gives you 0. Yes, so you can say that minus 1 by 5 is the additive inverse of 1 by 5. Yes, so simply you have to change the signs. Clear? So 1 by 9, additive inverse of 1 by 9 is nothing but minus 1 by 9. Okay, here you have plus 1 by 9, so additive inverse is nothing but minus 1 by 9. Now additive inverse of minus 3 by 7 is nothing but 3 by 7. Okay, since you have minus 3 by 7, additive inverse is 3 by 7. Okay, so if you have plus, you will change it into minus. If you have minus, you will change it into plus to get what? To get the additive inverse of a number. Okay, and the number you will write as it is. Clear? Only you will change the signs. Now the next question is you have to find the multiplicative inverse of these numbers. Okay, so now what is multiplicative inverse? If a by b is a rational number, yes, and if you multiply this with another rational number c by d, now the answer which you get should be 1. Okay, so this is called multiplicative inverse. Now when will you get 1? So now if I multiply 3 by 5 with 5 by 3, okay, 3 by 5 I am multiplying with 5 by 3. What is the answer? It is 5 ones are 5 ones are 3 ones are 3 ones are. The answer is 1. Yes, how did I get it? Simply 3 by 5 I have reversed. Okay, this is called reciprocal. You are reversing the numerator into denominator and denominator into numerator. So this is called reciprocal. Okay, 1 is nothing but 1 by 1. Yes, even if you reciprocal it also, you will get the same answer 1. Multiplicative inverse of 7 by 9 is what? Nothing but the reciprocal 9 by 7. Okay, just the reverse of it. And here the multiplicative inverse of 4 by 7 is what? It is 7 by 4. Yes, numerator becomes denominator, denominator becomes numerator, so that when you multiply, the answer you have to get is 1. Okay, then you can call that this number is a multiplicative inverse of the other number. Now the next question is you have to name the properties which are involved in these equations. Okay, so firstly let us see the first one. 7x plus minus 7x is 0. Now just now we have seen that a plus minus a equal to 0, and which property is this? Additive inverse. Okay, so this is nothing but additive inverse. Okay, now here you can see 7 by minus 13 into 1 is equal to 7 by minus 13. Here we are talking about the property of roll of 1. Okay, roll of 1, and we are talking about multiplicative identity. Okay, 1 is called the multiplicative identity of any number. Why? Because you are multiplying 1 with the number, it is giving you the same number. Clear? So we are talking about roll of 1, nothing but multiplicative identity property. Okay, now here you can see that you have a number and something in brackets, and you can see that this 3 is distributed to 1 by 9 and this 3 is also distributed to 3 by 7. Nothing but it is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Okay, so this is distributive property of multiplication. This is multiplication over what are you multiplying? Over addition you are multiplying. Okay, so this is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Moving on to our next question, you have to multiply 6 by 7 with the reciprocal of 3 by 5. Okay, so firstly write 6 by 7 into what is the reciprocal of 3 by 5? I have just explained you. Reciprocal is nothing but the numerator becomes denominator and denominator becomes numerator. So 3 by 5 is nothing but 5 by 3. Okay, so reciprocal of 3 by 5 is what? It is 5 by 3. Okay, so now if you want to multiply, you can see that you can cancel this 3 ones are 3 2s are. Yes, now there is nothing to cancel, there are no common factors. So it is 2 5s are 10 divided by 7 into 1 is 7. Okay, so multiplication of 6 by 7 and the reciprocal of 3 by 5 gives you 10 by 7. Now the next question is you have to simplify this. Okay, so how will you do that? Just by looking at the question you can see that you have two like fractions here. So it is 1 by 5 and 4 by 5 is the like fraction, and 2 by 3 and minus 5 by 3 is a like fraction, and you know that you can add or subtract like fractions very easily. Yes, so using the properties which we have already learned, we shall just rearrange the terms so that our calculations will be easier. Clear? So now firstly let us write 1 by 5 and see where do you have 5 in the denominator here. Okay, so here in this term you have 5 in the denominator, so let us bring these two terms together. Okay, so it is plus 4 by 5. Clear? And let us write this now, plus 2 by 3. Now the last remaining term is plus minus 5 by 3. Okay, so what did I do here? I just rearranged the terms using which property? Using commutative property. Okay, so using commutative property we are just rearranging the terms. Now what is commutative property? A into B is equal to B into A. Okay, this is commutative property under multiplication. Now it is A plus B equal to B plus A. It is nothing but commutative property under addition. Okay, that means you add the numbers in any order, the answer you get is the same. Here also we are just rearranging the terms using this property. That means we are adding the numbers in a different order. Okay, but the answer which you are going to get is the same, but your calculation simplifies. Okay, so this is nothing but now take LCM of these two numbers. So they are like fractions, so LCM is 5 and numerator you can simply add. Yes, plus 2 by 3, now plus into minus is minus 5 by 3. Okay, opening this brackets, plus into minus is minus 5 by 3. Now this is nothing but 1 plus 4 is 5 by 5 plus, now this is again like fraction, so you can simply take the LCM, 2 minus 5. Okay, now 5 by 5 is 5 ones are 5 ones are, so here you have 1 plus, now 2 minus 5 by 3, 2 minus 5 is nothing but minus 3, yes, by 3. Okay, so it is 3 ones are 3 ones are. Clear? So this is nothing but 1 plus, here you have minus 1. Clear? So 1 plus minus 1 is nothing but 0. So very easily we were able to do by rearranging the terms using which property? Commutative property. Now let us move on to the next sum. So it is minus 2 by 15 into 3 by 5 plus 13 by 10 minus 2 by 15 into 7 by 2. So you have to simplify this. Okay, so how do you do this? Firstly you have to observe the given problem, and here you can see that minus 2 by 15 you can find in this term and also in this term. Yes, so what we shall do is we shall bring these two terms together. Okay, how? Using the same commutative property. Okay, so minus 2 by 15 into 3 by 5. Now bringing this term here, it is minus 2 by 15 into 7 by 2, and this term I will write it at the last. Okay, so plus 13 by 10. Okay, so which property did I use? It is nothing but commutative property, which is nothing but A plus B is equal to B plus A. Okay, now you can see that in these two terms you have minus 2 by 15 common. So let us take it common. So minus 2 by 15 if you take common, what is remaining here in this term? So 3 by 5 is remaining. So write it here. Okay, now minus 2 by 15 along with minus you are taking common. So what is remaining? 7 by 2. Okay, now between these two you have a plus. Okay, since you are taking minus 2 by 15 common, you will write plus here. Okay, so plus 13 by 10. Okay, now which property is this? This is nothing but distributive property. We have used distributive property. Now what is distributive property? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Okay, so here we have this in the form of the RHS, okay. So it is like A into B plus A into C, okay. A into B plus A into C. So we have written in the form of A into B plus C, okay. So this is A, we have considered this as A into B plus C. Clear? Because this term you can write it as plus into minus 2 by 15. You can write it in this way. So minus 2 by 15 you have taken common, so you have a plus in between. I hope this is clear for you now, and we have used which property? Distributive property. Okay. So now simplification is very easy. How? So minus 2 by 15, first is solving the brackets. So taking LCM of 5 and 2 is 10. Clear? So here you multiply by 5 2s and here it is 3 2s. 2 5s, 7 5s. Okay. So 3 2s is 6 plus 7 5s 35. I hope you know how to take the LCM of numbers, okay, LCM of fractions, plus 13 by 10. Okay, so now it is nothing but minus 2 by 15. Now 6 plus 35 is nothing but 41 by 10 plus 13 by 10. Okay, so now solving this, it is 2 1s are 2 5s are. Clear? So this is nothing but minus 1 into 41 is minus 41 by 15 into 5 is 75. Okay, and you have plus 13 by 10 here. Okay, now the LCM of 75 and 10, let us take. So it is 5 1s are 5 and you have a 2, so it is 5 5s are 25 and 5 2s are. So 5 3s are 2s are. Now 3 1s are 2 and 2 1s are. Okay, so the LCM is 5 5s are 25, 25 3s are 75, 75 2s are, it is 150. Okay, so LCM is 150. Okay, since the LCM is 150, you have to equate both the denominators to 150. So how do you do that? You know that 75 2s are 150. Yes, so you are multiplying it by 2, so numerator also you will multiply by 2. And you know that 10 15s are 150, so numerator also you will multiply by 15. Now see here, minus 41 into 2 is minus 82 plus 13 into 15 is 195. Okay, so the final answer is 113 divided by 150. So we have used two properties to solve this. One is commutative and the other one is distributive property. The next question is you have to subtract minus 15 by 18 from 4. Okay, so you have to subtract minus 15 by 18 from what? From 4. So firstly you will write 4 minus what you have to subtract? Minus 15 by 18. Clear? So this is the first step. If you do any mistake in writing this step, then your answer is gone. So firstly write this step correctly. Okay, subtracting from 4, that means you have to write 4 first. And what are you subtracting from 4? You are subtracting minus 15 by 18 from 4. Okay, so it is 4 minus 15 by 18. Now it is 4 minus into minus is plus 15 by 18. Okay, so just solving. So the LCM is 18. Now here you have to multiply by 18 and here also in the numerator you will multiply by 18. Okay, and here it is 18 and 18, so you can just take the number as it is. Clear? So 4 into 18 is nothing but 72 plus 15. Okay, so the answer is 87 by 18. Very simple, but you have to be careful with the first step. Now the next question is what should be added to minus 2 by 7 to get minus 3 by 4. Okay, so you have to add something to minus 2 by 7 to get minus 3 by 4. So the same thing in statement form you will write in this way, minus 2 by 7 plus you have to add something, so let that something be x. Okay, is equal to minus 3 by 4. Now simple solving. So I want the value of x, so I'll send this term to the other side. Clear? So x is equal to minus 3 by 4. Now this is minus 2 by 7. Now this minus 2 by 7, if it goes to the other side, then it becomes what? It becomes plus 2 by 7. Clear? So this step is important. So x is equal to, now simple LCM you will take. Okay, so LCM is 28. Now to equate the denominators you have to multiply 4 with what? With 7. Since 4 7s are 28 and here 7 you will multiply with 4. Okay, since you are multiplying the denominator with 7, numerator also you will multiply by 7 and here also numerator you will multiply by what? 4. Okay, so now minus 3 into 7 is minus 21 plus 2 4s are 8. Okay, so x is equal to minus 21 plus 8 is nothing but minus 13 by 28. Okay, so this minus 13 by 28 you can substitute here in the equation 1. So if you take this as equation 1, you can substitute here and you can check your answer if it is minus 3 by 4 or not. So you can check the answer which you are getting here. Now the next question is, if the sum of two rational numbers is 8 and if one of the rational number is minus 5 by 6, you have to find the other. So firstly let us write the equation. Sum of two rational numbers. Now this is one rational number and let x be the other rational number and its sum is what? 8. Okay, so similar to the previous problem, now you have to find the value of 8. Okay, firstly writing this step is very important, then you can just solve it. Clear? So x is equal to 8. Now this is minus 5 by 6. Now minus 5 by 6, if it goes to the other side, it becomes what? Plus 5 by 6. Okay, so 8 is nothing but 8 by 1. So simple LCM is 6. Now here you have 1, so you will multiply 1 with 6 to equate both the denominators. Okay, so here you are multiplying by 6, so numerator also you will multiply by 6. Okay, so 8 6 is 48 plus you have 6 in both the places, so you can just take the numerator, so it is 5. Now the answer is 53 by 6. Clear? So the other rational number is 53 by 6. Here also you can put this value back in the question, back in the condition, and you can check the answer. Now moving on to our next question, you have to find if subtraction is associative for rational numbers or not, and you have to quote an example also. So firstly let us see what is associative property. Okay, so if A, B, C belong to rational numbers, okay, so A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, so this is associative property under addition. Okay, you have plus signs here, so this is associative property under addition. Now you have to check the same property for subtraction. How do you do that? You simply change the signs. Okay, so A minus B minus C is equal to A minus B minus C. Okay, that means in whichever order you add the numbers, you have to get the same answer. Now you will check if in any order, if you subtract the numbers also, will you get the same answer or not. Okay, so now let us take some example. Let A is equal to 2 by 3, B is equal to 1 by 3, C is equal to 5 by 3. Okay, I have taken three rational numbers with the same denominator so that I can calculate it easily. Okay, so firstly the LHS is nothing but A minus B minus C. Okay, so let us check. So what is A? A is 2 by 3 minus B is 1 by 3 minus C is 5 by 3. Okay, that means firstly you have to solve the numbers which are in the brackets. Okay, so 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3. Now since the denominators are same, write the numerators as it is. Okay, minus 5 by 3. Okay, so this is nothing but 2 minus 1 is 1 by 3 minus 5 by 3. Clear? So here also 3 and 3, the denominators are same, so take it as 3. Now it is 1 minus 5. Okay, so it is minus 4 by 3. Okay, so LHS you got it as minus 4 by 3. Okay, so this is minus 4 by 3. Now in LHS also, if you get the same answer minus 4 by 3, then we can say that subtraction is associative for rational numbers. Okay, so let us take the RHS. RHS is what? A minus B minus C. Okay, so the order of subtraction you are changing. Clear? Firstly here you are subtracting A and B, and then the answer you are subtracting it with C. But here you will subtract B and C first. Okay, so let us see. Now A is 2 by 3 minus B is 1 by 3 and C is what? Minus 5 by 3. Okay, now solving the brackets first. 2 by 3 minus. Now here also they are like fractions, so simply take the LCM 3. Now numerators are, you can take them down as it is since it is like fractions. So it is 2 by 3 minus 1 minus 5 is 4 by 3. Okay, so it is again taking LCM, it is 2 minus 4. So the answer is minus 2 by 3. Okay, so this you got it as minus 2 by 3. So simply you can see that LHS is not equal to RHS. So this condition is failing. Okay, so A minus B minus C is not equal to A minus B minus C. So you can say that subtraction is not associative for rational numbers. Now the next question is, you have to check if subtraction is commutative for rational numbers or not. Okay, so what is the commutative property? It is nothing but A minus B should be equal to b minus a. Okay, so this is commutative property under subtraction. Okay, if it was addition, then you will write a plus b equal to b plus a. Okay, now firstly we have to check this condition is satisfying for rational numbers or not. Okay, so let us take simple examples. Let a is equal to 5 by 2, b is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so now what is a minus b, the LHS part? It is nothing but 5 by 2 minus 3 by 2. So they are like fractions, you can directly take the LCM. It is 5 minus 3. So it is 2 by 2, the answer is 1. Okay, so now let us take here b minus a. b minus a is nothing but 3 by 2 minus 5 by 2. Since they are like fractions, LCM directly you can take. So it is 3 minus 5. So it is minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. Okay, clearly this is 1 and this is minus 1. You know that 1 is not equal to minus 1. So a minus b is not equal to b minus a. So we can conclude that rational numbers are not commutative under subtraction. I hope this session is very helpful for you. These set of questions are really helpful for you. So if yes, give this video a big thumbs up. Tell me in the comment section how did you like this video, and I'll meet you with a different set of questions in the next video. Stay tuned to Math Facilitator and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.